Hey everyone, welcome back. I am joined by Mr. Melmac. Ness Martin, hello.
Yes, hello, and haha!
Ha!
Haha! Okay, I can't do it.
He just does ha.
Ha!
It sounds kind of like this, but you can't hear it.
Ha!
Like that. You can't hear that. But that's
Ha!
ha! It's like that.
Ha!
There you go.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No. No, you can't. Yeah, we should have a good race here.
Yeah, for sure. I know BuzzThunder has been practicing this horrible, awful game like 8 times each day for the last month.
Well, he does. He does have an infinity for this game. He takes it seriously. He enjoys the game and he plays it at least once a day on stream, mixed in with some other games, but still fun for him.
Yep.
Yeah, Martin can't hear it, but you guys can totally hear it because it's the greatest thing ever. It's Alf's
Ha!
ha. It's like that.
Can I YouTube it?
You can YouTube it if you want. It's a soundboard. I can give you the direct link if you want.
Alf Melmatican mating call. Okay, that sounds interesting.
All right. Well, they are loading up here on IRC.
Oh my god, that's the best thing ever.
So when you were on the planet, you never heard things like that?
No.
No. Hey, guess what? Both runners are ready. I should take this stuff off my screen here. There you go.
And yeah, go Sweden from Enchantress. Yes, indeed, go Sweden.
Go Sweden. How did Sweden do yesterday, by the way?
Poorly.
Poorly.
Let's not discuss it.
No. But both runners are going to be on the way. I'm going to bring your volume up a little bit. All right. Say something funny.
Something funny.
There you go. I think you're a little bit better. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how the Larry to Martin ratio is as both runners decide to take a different way out of North Palace. Here.
They do indeed.
Move this off. I don't see anything on the overworld yet. No, there's two palaces right there. There's a little palace district.
Yeah, and I think these are plain normal tournament settings.
Standard
right?
tournament flag. So this is going to be Palace 3 that they're both in. Buzz will conduct some science. Pierpont's going to go out the other way. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean...
All three palaces are right there.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad choice to try to kill this thing and see what it's worth.
50.
Unfortunately, only 50.
Yeah, the lowest, but they're simultaneously you're going to take life 2 at the same time. All three palaces in this main area. This is either 1 or 2. Pierpont's going to, and Buzz is going to the other. So Buzz hits level 1. Pierpont's going to go into level 2. And a nice location of all the palaces. Can't forget him. And look at this. 2 towns right away. This is probably the easiest overworld ever. There's Mito.
Yeah. Not gonna have any help by finding Mito this early, but it's good to know where it is from future reference.
And here's Raru, so this will help. This is a free spell.
Yep. And as we all know, there's no Wi-Fi in the basement.
This. And he needs to know a Wi-Fi password. How many Wi-Fi puns could there actually be in community hints?
Yeah, way too many at least.
Let's see what the spell is, as Pierpont's going to discover the same towns. And it's life. So early life.
Yeah, not a bad find.
Life isn't something BuzzThunder normally goes without.
Okay.
Just by happenstance, and he doesn't double back to try to find it. He'll just move on. But it definitely pays off to have it. So he's going to go
for sure.
Cave hunting here. There's the P-Bag Cave, so if we see any boulder blocking a cave there on out, it's guaranteed to be an item cave. Early entrance into Death Mountain, but there's only one cave. Buzz is going to go in because this is an elevator. This has an elevator shaft, and he likes to explore those.
Guarded by an angry red Dyra.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
150. That's... He could actually reset Death Mountain here and kill that thing once more for attack 2. He opts not to, though.
There is Rudo. So, Martintown has been found.
Yes.
So we found everything palaces and town-wise, except for both entrances of Saria, everything's right there, right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And there is the note, Bagu's note. So Pierpont ducks in. Pierpont's not a player to duck into random tile encounters just for the hopes of getting P-bags and stuff like that. Didn't look like that Dire respawned. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was Pierpont that went in there. My bad.
Yep. So if you do leave Death Mountain, it will set all the encounters.
Yes. And there's our grass tile.
The boots. We haven't seen any obvious use for the boots yet, but they might come into play on, or they will come into play on the Eastern Continent with a water tile at least. But yeah, then again, we don't know that it contains a required item, so...
No. Well, with all
Saria.
3 palaces in all 4 towns right in the immediate area, I mean, the boots may not be too useful here on the west.
Yeah.
But again, on the east, we never know. We're going to grab the mirror, and we're going to get the second of the free spells. And there is the back end of PTR Cave. Pierpont's going to go through. Does he think this is maybe his Heart Container Cave, or is he just going to go through to the other side?
And most powerful magic for a boss.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi magic.
Yeah.
Early thunder, early life. Get that fairy, get that reflect, and start rocking and rolling.
Indeed.
Red Jar. Buzz is going to pop in for these P-bags, but it is a great point on your behalf. He could have went in and out of Death Mountain there and farmed that Dyra for 150 XP, especially since you can pin him against the wall. There's the other entrance of Death Mountain.
I probably would have went in at least once more just to grab attack 2. Because it's very nice to have it early.
He's going to look around at all the caves. Pierpont is in Trophy Cave, so he'll pick up an item here. It'll be his first one. And it is the trophy, so let's not forget he has that.
And he does know where Rudo is, I believe. Or
Yeah.
Markentown, as people like to call it. For no apparent reason.
Buzz has the boots, so he can explore a little bit more caves now than he could have prior. Pop in, pop out, hoping to see the pillars to identify the Hammer Cave.
Mm-hmm. Looks to be a fairly open Death Mountain at least.
Yeah, with the boots made this area accessible before the Bears, Dig Shake, are winning.
Sweden is winning, of course.
Sweden didn't win last night.
I know, but that was a very rare occurrence.
Okay.
I blame the tall cans.
Only 2 more caves, I think, for Buzz to look into and see if he goes. He found a couple of caves that would possibly have an elevator in it. And I know he does like to pop into those because they have additional exits. And there's one right there. But he opts to just probably reset the encounters and then leave. As Pierpont now finds that entrance to Death Mountain.
Yep. So
Oh,
2
that's right,
more
he's got-
caves.
He's got the boots
Here.
to go around. There's the other entrance to it, so Buzz is done. He's not going to look in the southern part. Still, all the caves left for Buzz, and we've only seen Trophy Cave on Pierpont's side. And I didn't
Bunch
see.
of caves here for Butt though, so I guess we will be starting to see some of the caves here. There's
is-
Medicine Cave.
Yes. We did see both sides of Parappa Cave, and we saw the back end of Jump Cave. We haven't seen either side of Fairy Cave yet. So there's only 2 more caves that are going to be anything but item caves at this point, left unexplored.
Yep.
Buzz is now Zombie Link as he takes that
Yeah.
damage, leaving the zone. And Pierpont's on his way to get the Thunder Spell. Buzz just used the Thunder Spell.
He did.
Yeah.
And it's the raft.
I'm sorry, the what?
The raft.
Okay, thank you. Buzz is gonna death abuse there.
Getting out of zombie mode.
Yeah. Raft, where are you? There you are. And there is Thunder. Uh-oh.
Nasty encounter here.
Yeah, stay away from the desert, but he has Thunder. I can't believe Thunder costs, what does it cost, like 63?
Yeah, something like that.
There are the boots for Pierpont.
Very good use of Thunder there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his magic level. He can stay there and take another encounter if he wants, and then use Thunder again, but he's found a magic container cave, so let's see what's in here.
I call magic container the magic container. Yep, it's the magic container.
I beg to differ. I think it's the third of the 4 magic containers, not the first of the 4.
So yeah, not very random magic cave there, but
Reflect is what the trophy gives you, as we find out for Pierpont. So Pierpont has Reflect and Thunder and Life.
yep.
Buzz has not gotten a trophy yet.
Yeah, he didn't. That's right. It was in Trophy Cave actually.
It was.
Okay. So you sure this is random? You're not very random, Marin.
Pierpont is now in Magic Container Cave to get the Magic Container. Buzz is probably on his way to try to find the Heart Container Cave or the Trophy Cave. He's going to find the ass end of Saria here.
Yeah.
We know that Bagoo is not required. Pierpont does have the note, though. Buzz at this point knows that that's the back end of Saria, because again, all 3 palaces and all 4 towns are right by start, and even the 5th town location is right by start, as you can tell.
Yeah. Very...
Yeah. Medicine Cave here for Pierpont. This is the what item was this? No, not gonna play along. No clip. All right, it's the raft.
Oh, were you asking me?
Yeah, I definitely was. I was setting you up. Don't worry, that's the last time I'll ever ask you a question again.
No, please do continue. I was in my own head. Look at that item. It's the raft.
Hold on one second. Where is it? There it is.
So, are we gonna see Buzz head over to Eastern Continent here, or is he gonna dive into 1 or possibly 2? Ha! Or is he gonna continue on with his quest to find Heart Container Cave?
Well, knowing Buzz, there's 2 caves out there that still contain items, so he's gonna give a look around. I don't know if we necessarily seen the raft spot yet. I did not notice it.
I don't think we have. And yeah, that's true. Buzz still has Trophy Cave to find as well.
Right, and there is still Palace 1, like you said. There is the raft spot, and Buzz is going to go bang into there, and that's Fairy Cave, because we've seen Pierpont go through PTR Cave, and it brought him out to a different area.
So he's actually going east.
Yeah.
So let's see what the east has to offer.
It's not a bad call. He feels like he exhausted all of his efforts and found all the caves in the area he was in.
Yeah. Continuing to make great use of Thunder here, so 200 for that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Early castable and to do it. Now, Buzz never found the trophy. That's the unfortunate part, because the trophy is Reflect, in case you are joining us this early in the seed. 12 minutes in, we found every town and every palace, and are only missing Heart Container Cave on the Western Continent.
Yeah.
Runners have the raft, the boots, Life and Thunder. Pierpont has Reflect to go with that, and the trophy was, again, the item to get reflect. There's
Yeah.
Darunia, no Cade.
So Pierpont is gonna dive into Palace 1 here.
Not a bad decision. 223. He's only has not found Heart Container Cave. There's no guarantee we can get the Heart Container Cave, I believe, if it contains like a Heart Container or a Magic Container. So maybe no sense really spending that much time looking for it. You can kind of go with progression, and if you narrow down the choices and it's something that you feel like could be required thereafter, then spend some time looking at it. But at least see what the item is in level 1. Could be the glove.
Yeah, I think Pierpont is totally ignoring the item here. I did not see him take one single left turn.
Pierpont is also the player to jump over a gem more consistently than other players. So down the boss, grab the key, see if he opens the door, because I don't know if he's gotten a key. So now he's going to grab the key and go left. Now he's going to use it on here and possibly jump over this gem. It's consistent with all of his other matches, and there you go.
Yeah, okay.
No Yump spell for Buzz, so this encounter is useless for him. We see the ex-wife blocking the road.
Yeah, we did see him block something, so come into play. I don't think so, but it's never happened before. But
we believe we did have a seed once that Buzz and I played that was flute required, but that was in the days before really attempting caves. No keys for the item.
So it did happen once.
It's happened once, yeah. But listen, it doesn't mean that just because it's not required doesn't mean it's not useful.
That's very true.
It's right. The River Devil's right there. I mean, you're going to go into a cave next to it just to go through it to come out possibly on the other side, or would you like the flute?
And shield spell in old Cthulhu.
How is that random enough for you? Are you happy now?
Yeah, now I'm convinced this is random.
All right. Just had to check. So Buzz found 2 of the 4 towns. Doesn't have the kid.
That did end over there, so.
Now also remember, he does have the boots, so he can possibly explore a little bit more of this than normal, and he can also access the water tile, so that opens up another item he can find on this eastern continent by coming over. He obeys.
Yep. Decides to go palace hunting instead, I guess.
And there's everyone's favorite item in Palace 1.
Yep.
Good old cross. So, did you see a cave on the overworld? Or did you only see a river devil?
No, I think I saw a cave, but it was in the early parts of the eastern continent, I think.
So
I might be totally wrong here, but
he has no downstab, so maybe he's not comfortable going into the cave. I can't say for sure that he explored north and south of the raft spot through the water, but
he did.
He did? Okay. So really there was no place to go other than inside that cave or have the flute then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I gathered from that, at least. I might be wrong though. It's happened before.
And Buzz finds PTR Cave. He's going to go through it. I think when Pierpont went through it, that's when he found the Trophy Cave. And Pierpont now has the item and enough experience points to place this gem and go up 1-0 on the gem counter.
Yep.
See if he dives into 2. If I remember right, Pierpont did dive into other palaces before having, like, the glove. Alright, Buzz finds a cave. And it's Trophy Cave, so he'll get the trophy and therefore have the ability to get the Reflex spell.
Yep.
Lots of experience points in this seed.
Yeah, for sure. We still haven't seen Heart Container Cave for either player, I think.
I still think we haven't seen the Heart Container Cave in the seed we played last night either.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it is rarer than the next Nintendo Classic Entertainment System. This is... Oh, that's the other end of PTR Cave. That's right. Pierpont's there. You had a little bit of a gentleman's handshake going on.
And John Bloody Thumbs saying he saw 2 caves in the eastern continent.
Okay.
So yeah, there are probably caves at least.
Pierpont has the boots and elects to just... And Buzz had the boots too. Buzz didn't even... Looked at the bridge and didn't even consider it. And Pierpont is taking the bridge encounter instead of walking around the bridge. A dearth of heart container caves. It's a new thing. We're going to learn a word every single time we restream.
Yep. And Buzz is gonna pick up Reflect here.
He'll be happy. I mean, now it's just fairy, you know, or even if you get jump first. Yeah. So this island does nothing for you. It's a bridge encounter to nowhere. It's
the famous Troll Island.
Troll Island? Okay. I accept that. Mark that down on the list. So Heart Container Cave, as we said, is the only item cave that has not been found. Neither player has the item from there.
Yeah.
No player has discovered the Hammer Cave in Spectacle Rock. We have seen the rock, but I don't know if we necessarily were in the area of the rock. And Pierpont has been in one and completed one. The item was the cross. Buzz is now going through Fairy Cave? Or is this Jump Cave? I think this is Jump Cave. I have not seen the front end of Jump Cave on my notes. So, This is it.
And Pierpont decides to go east. There are 2 items on Maze Island that we have not seen. There are... I don't think we've seen the desert tile. There's also the... So... A lot of possibilities for items here.
There's a desert tile, but I think that was the one that required Buzz to jump, and he didn't have it. Yep.
Yeah.
There was a swamp tile as well that had the same. Well, Buzz is in this area we have not been through before because it is through Jump Cave, and he finds the small item forest encounter is the pea bag. It's the 50-point variety.
There's Darunia for... Or is it called Darunia? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let's call it Darunia.
My head is not what it's supposed to be.
And Heart Container Cave, so there goes the dream of it being through Death Mountain. But we've seen both ends of Death Mountain anyway, so that possibility wasn't... couldn't happen. Still want that seed, though, where you have to go through a crazy Death Mountain to get to the other side to get to some important items.
So, Kid.
Yeah, or as we refer to it, the stupid idiot.
Yeah.
He wish he had that first. But he's going to up A. I mean, at this point in time, it's not a required item. But if he had it and it was fairy or jump, he'd be that much closer to downstab and then just doing Palace 1.
I don't think... Did Buzz actually find Darunia?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it was the first one you found, and Thundertown was in that northeast forest area that Pierpont was just in. Right, where he's in now.
So, Palace 1 time for Buzz.
Yeah. One thing Buzz doesn't do is, when he doesn't have the glove, he's not that quick to jump into Palace 2 in hopes to find the glove. So, we'll see what he does when he finds the cross and completes this palace.
Yep.
There he goes. He has no key. Again, if he had the kid and the kid was fairy, at this point in time, he could have gotten through that door.
Yeah.
Has Buzz ever played this before? I'm not too sure. I think he's only played it like 3 times today. So, River Devil, 2 towns. Let's see how many caves there were. John says 2. I didn't really notice the beginning area of here. I don't see any.
No,
but you can go around here. This is what I didn't see Buzz doing. That's what I said when he up-A'd. Did he go north and south of the river? Well, north brought you to the north of the continent, so there's nowhere else to go. But
yeah,
if you went...
he actually only went
Yeah.
north, so yeah, you are correct. This is unseen territory. Ha!
There's a Horsehead now for him. The 500-point P-Bag right there is big. There's a lot of P-Bags, a lot of 500-point P-Bags spread across. There's the Water Tile and New Kasuto. So Buzz, by not going south on that River Tile and opting to go back and up-Aing, missed out on all this. 6 magic containers to get that item. And Buzz is going to place that gem. 570. Is that attack 4? I don't know. I don't think that's attack 4.
No, it's definitely not.
No, but he's going to place the gem and just go back in.
Yeah.
So let's mark it. So now it's the item. That's the spell.
Oh, 4 spells this time.
Well, we have to classify it is the spell of the spell.
Fair enough.
I'm going to refill our magic. I didn't notice what it cost to cast. But this is the town you normally get it at, Martin. So you angry about the randomization so far?
Not angry. I mean, I've seen a couple of things be random, so I am still convinced that this is random.
Are you still angry about losing yesterday?
Nah, not really.
No.
Twice. At what point?
Twice.
At what point were I angry about it?
Oh, I don't know. There was 2 times you were beat, so I didn't know which one to be. Magic container. So now Pierpont can see he gets the spell, parlays it into a magic container, and can then parlay that into another item here.
Yeah.
It's amazing how this town is working like it should, except the magic key would normally be in that spot, but
maybe it's here.
Cross. Maybe it is here. Maybe all 3 items in this town, or the spell and the 2 items, are going to be exactly the same, except just mixed in the different locations.
Yep. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah, the lady lets him in. Buzz can't up A because he's preserving that experience that he got from the gem. So he's got to walk out, but he's got the cross, and look at that, Martin. You are the smartest man I know.
Key. So a really good find here for Pierpont. I mean, he can start doing all kinds of palaces now.
We can say this is an easy seed, and I'm going to hold off saying what I'm going to say until we see what's on this spot right here, the water tile. And it is the medicine water of life.
Yep.
What I was going to say is all things are setting good right now. Where's the glove?
It's probably on Maze Island. I'm going to say Maze Island.
Maze Island? Okay.
Yeah.
There's still a possibility of Hammer being involved.
Yep.
And the glove being in Death Mountain. I don't know how many other additional blocks we can add to that, except for the fact that maybe the item room in 5 or 6 that's holding the hammer is a fairy block. I mean, that's really all I can come up with right now.
Yeah, there's still a possibility for a bit of throw. Glove is in 5, Monkey says. Well, let's see if you're correct at a later time, because neither of our players are close to getting into 5, I don't think, at least.
Well, Buzz is going to take a dip into 2. Because certainly you can get the item, and you can complete 2 without the glove. You can't go this way without the glove, though. This is the glove block room that exists in Palace 2. So Buzz is going to have to find another way. Dig Shake's glove is in his van, he says. We're going to see what the item with the Water of Life is going to bring.
I'm still waiting for Dig Shake to implement that middle finger glove whenever it's in Palace 5.
He's teasing it. He teases it with code every once in a while. Buzz can't get through that door, and I think Buzz is now, therefore, blocked. There might have been one more way. No, I guess not. That was the only way down. So Buzz is blocked with the key. And there is the fairy spell. So the water tile leads to the item to get the fairy spell.
Yep.
So Pierpont's on a little bit of a roll here with items and spells.
Everything is fitting in really nice. Pierpont.
Now he's going to get the down stab, and hey, listen, he might now dip into 2 as well. Only discover the same fate that Buzz did.
Didn't you say Buzz was key blocked?
Well, Buzz was key blocked, yes. Same fate yeah, he does have the key. You're right. Good point. He can get through the other doors. But there was that glove block to the left as well.
Yeah,
but there was
the boss and the item can be behind that glove blocked part.
I think first floor was key block to the left, second floor was glove block to the left, and the third floor was a key block to the right, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So
do it louder next time.
Louder?
Oh, and Buzz is now going to go south there. And oh, no, Buzz, what are you doing? He was inches away.
Yeah, but I think he remembers Darunia. So
okay, good point.
Maybe he's heading to Darunia first.
Good point.
Not sure what he hopes to find there, though.
If it's the jump spell, the jump spell, he might up A, and then therefore be without that key for much longer.
Yeah.
Than he needs to, because it's right there. Well, it's I can't see from the background. He does have 5, okay, because he got the other magic container and magic container cave. All right, so he's good.
But I mean, there's really nothing in Darunia that's gonna help him down south. So yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah, maybe he just wants Darunia out of his way.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's hoping it is Fairy. He doesn't want to pass up Fairy, so that when he does go down south, if he does manage to go all the way around, and it is jump, so it is something that could cause him to then up A right here.
Yeah.
Looks like he won't.
And,
again, if
yeah, right. He doesn't have the skeleton key yet as well, so
he'll get up stab. Like I was saying, if it was Fairy, then if he goes south, if he does find Maze Island, let's say, and he has Reflect, he'll at least have Fairy, so if he runs out of keys, he can Fairy through doors. So it was a good choice to find this out first, in case it was Fairy, but, you know, as, you know, it's jump, and he can get up stab, so it's still not that bad of a thing.
Buzz's ex-wife told me he needs a lot of help down south.
Wow.
Oh my god, PG-13, guys.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Sunday morning can handle this. Pierpont is in 2. He was in 2. I think he up A'd. He might have went to a dead end on the left side. He's going to go through here. I think one more screen, and that's as far as Buzz got. All the 200-point bags. Fantasy football.
Oh, it looks like Pierpont got the item in 2 and we missed it.
Oh, he did get the item. Any help what it is?
Chat, what was the item in P2, please?
Synchronized nut knuckling going on. You don't know what it was? Okay. Well, Pierpont has... It was definitely an item because he's got the same amount of magic containers and regular containers. It was the candle bag? Okay.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Thank you. Please resume your limericks.
Yes, please do.
So this room is jump required, and he doesn't have jump, so he's going to up A out.
Technically not required.
No, really? Is that true?
Extremely hard.
So somebody has jumped over it before?
Yes, I believe a guy called Angry Larry did it.
Let's give Link Sevens a little bit of credit. He gave me the motivation because he says he done it as well.
Yeah.
And I believe him. And just like him, after doing it, I also decided to die in the next room like he did. So I didn't want to upstage him. I said, you know what? This is as far as you got after making that miraculous jump. I'm gonna just jump in the lava.
So Apollo's here.
5.
He's considering going in, I think.
I think he's just writing down location 5 south of Raft or whatever he does, and then he'll go right back out and grab the Buzz up. Doesn't look like you can get to Helmet Head without the glove.
Yep. And the glove is probably gonna be in Palace 5. I'm gonna say it. I know I said it's gonna be on Maze Island, but yeah, where's the fun in that? So I'm calling it. It's in Palace 5.
Buzz is still stocking that XP. He did take magic. He did take attack 4 somewhere along the way. I did miss that. There's 5, and this is probably going to be thirsty, parched lady town.
Yep. Lazy Broad Town.
Get a spell here. We know what the spell is. The spell is fire.
So yeah, not very random at all. Again, that's like the 4th time. What
And
the
do you have
hell?
an issue? Do you want to fight Dig Shake? Is that what you're? Is that what's going on here?
You can't say stuff like that when I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that's every second of your life. So I can't talk at all.
Fair
Ah!
enough, you can talk. Ha! Yeah, I think you should also learn the Melmakian mating sound, because that was awesome.
By the way, Jarvis Landry is limited practice on Friday. He's questionable for today's game against the Chargers, so I don't know what to do. But
Yeah, I have no idea what you just said.
I've got 28 minutes to figure it out. So there's Palace 6 right there for Vonky. For Vonky, yeah, for Pierpont,
Vonky.
because I'm reading what Vonky's saying in chat, and
So
come at me, bro.
Pierpoint finds 6, I guess.
6, yeah. So it looks like it's in that. Everything's just there in this seed,
Yeah.
except so far the
Except
glove.
Yeah.
This nice little Gulf of Hyrule.
Oh, that's a big walkable sea.
Call it Lake Pierpont.
Lake Pierpont.
He's the first one to discover it, so it gets named after him. Took a cave to get in there, so it's a nice little lake in the valley.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cave required for Palace 6 then?
Yes.
Or yeah, he couldn't take the water way around.
No, it looked like there was mountains all around. Just
Yeah.
a cave, Palace 6, and Lake Pierpont. Actually,
No, there
you
was.
can't. Well, you can't go to that side of the water. That's the edge of the
Yeah,
continent.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically not a valley, I don't think, but it is definitely an area you can only access from a cave.
Yep.
And there's no denying that was a lake, because that thing was huge.
Attack 5 here for Buzz. All that monster killing paying off.
So what should these players be doing right now, Martin?
I would probably go out to Maze Island at this point.
Which Buzz just saw, or should
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I just want to point out, in my race yesterday, you at some point you said I did not see something, and yeah, that is true, because the capture card actually captures more than the TV shows.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you see more than I see.
Yeah, there was a water tile that was right
Yeah,
south
exactly.
of the exit to Maze Island that you just went right north out of. So did Buzz not see Maze Island? Because he's checking all those water tiles, like he's gonna find an item, but he never went north right to Maze Island. He had to have seen it though.
As far as I know, Buzz is on the emulator, so
There he goes. Because he was
Yeah,
walking
there.
around those water tiles for a while.
yep.
But here we go. Here's our first look at Maze Island as Pierpont finds San Marino. Can't go anywhere. Nope, Buzz certainly does not. Dion Lewis is playing. Alright, you know what? Just make sure all my guys are healthy. They're all healthy. Then we're good. We're set.
Oh yeah, and as Dig Shake is pointing out, Buzz probably is looking for Fairy or Key.
Well, he could be looking for Fairy in Maze Island. Not Fairy. He can be looking for the key on Maze Island. He could also be looking for the Water of Life on Maze Island as well. Because he doesn't have that. He doesn't know where they are. But
Yeah.
like I was saying, no, what I was alluding to was he was in that little lake underneath Maze Island, just going back and forth in the water. So I just was poking a little bit of fun at that. I wasn't saying anything serious. So Magic Container is the first of the 2 items on Maze Island.
Sure is.
Have we seen, not that it matters, because we found all the towns and we found all the palaces. We found Valley of Death. Did we see the entrance to it, though?
I don't think so.
I have to assume it's down by where the players found, where Pierpont found the water tile. And it's easily accessible. I just didn't see, it looked like the path, the lava path to it went left, and here's a second item. But I didn't see the opening.
Yeah, John Bloody Thumbs is calling Heart Container. Let's see if he's correct.
Good percentage play it is, but no, it's this is what I was alluding to. But then I said it didn't really matter. Did we see the other side of what the ex-wife is blocking?
Mm-hmm.
And then possibly a cave to lead to the entrance of Valley of Death through that area would be fun.
So yeah, hammering 5 and glove Inspector Rock is probably the most trolly thing I can come up with right now.
That's really the only thing that it's the only thing that exists.
Yeah.
Because everything else has been found. The new casino requirements have been fulfilled. Synchronized level entering right there. Buzz in 4, Pierpont in 5.
Buzz decides to dive in.
Yeah, no keys. And remember, this plagued Buzz in his match against Unos. He ran out of keys near the end, and he was pretty close for a while, if not a little bit ahead. Yeah. And then just the lack of keys just destroyed him at the end of that run. And he doesn't have fairy either. So it really surprises me that Buzz is not going back to the south spot beyond in the eastern continent. Maybe he's going to up A, walk over to the raft spot, and go there now.
Hopefully, because I mean, he could also be going Death Mountain, but I mean, he knows that New Kasura has 2 items, so I guess Death Mountain does as well. But
well, not only is New Kasuto 2 items, but there's the desert spot and the water tile still left to be found on his end.
Nah, he's gonna grab downstab.
Okay.
Looks like, at least.
So hopefully he grabs it and goes to the east here, because Pierpont is making a little bit of headway with the magic key.
Yeah.
And fairy, so he can avoid some encounters. In 5. And we know the glove likes to hide in 5.
Oh yes, it does.
My new theory is if it's not in 2, it's in... If you haven't found it in the opening area, and it's not in 2, it's in 5. It's a 100% money back guarantee.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's true way too often.
Continental, United States only. Downstab. Alright, there's a dead end for Pierpont. Go back the other way. Wonder if it's faster for him to up A. Oh, no, it was the other side of that elevator.
He's definitely looking for the item, at least.
Yeah, 41 minutes in, no glove. Heart race is a little bit more. He doesn't care about that P bag. He's at the proper level to place the gem. Alright, let's see what Buzz decides to do. There's only one thing to do. Just start heading south here.
Yep. And he does.
Alright. So he'll find New Casino. There's a desert tile, but we know this is just a 500-point P bag. Which helps him.
There it is, New Casino.
Yep. We'll bang in there just to get rid of the encounters, and then we'll go to New Casino. Here's Pierpont on another path to the left. He's got to head right, though, but he may not have any right options. And here comes probably maybe 1 or 2, depending on if both up or down lead right. This leads right. He's going to look up, though, just to see. And magic key for Buzz. He's going left in 5. It's left in 5. My bad. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself.
He's definitely looking for the item. I mean, can't really blame him. It's
no, not at all. And it's another dead end.
Decides to take one swing at the red iron knuckle for some reason.
Instinct kicks in, be like, I'll kill him for experience, and then you realize, well, wait a second, I am at the required amount of experience.
Yep.
That I need. There's the spell for Buzz.
Or when we're in a hurry, we just say spell.
Yeah, but it's the spell, so you gotta specify that. Else nobody knows what spell it is. Over.
I'll have to remember that.
Ha!
Oh god.
Dead end for Pierpont. Grabs the jar though, and Buzz is gonna find the other item, which was the magic container.
Yeah.
7 magic
picking
containers.
Picking up that red jar from the King Doll statue.
And he's going to make his way out. And what was over here? 5 was over here, if I was correct, if I remember. No. Was 5 here? Yeah, 5 was here. 5 was a little bit to the north, I believe.
5 is here, and 6 was through a cave, coupled with Lake Pierpont.
And there is the Water of Life. Water of Life is going to lead to Fairy.
Still not a single heart container for either player.
No. There's a desert tile that I did not see Pierpont get.
Glove for Buzz.
Exactly. Pierpont did not get to that desert. And there's our entrance to the Valley of Death. So we do officially see that now. Buzz did get the flute. You are right. Pierpont has not been in Maze Island. I had that backwards.
So Buzz definitely has a chance here to catch up some time if we did feel that Pierpont was slightly in the lead.
Well, it's all about now how long is it going to take Pierpont to get back over to that side, because that side really only has... That's the south side of the River Devil, was it not?
Yep. Yeah, it was.
So that only has... He's got to get the horn from Maze Island if he goes from the north end, and go down that way, and he'll pass the desert naturally in that direction. But if he comes from the other side, he's got to go push east and north more. He may see the road and say, "Hey, that goes to the River Devil," and not do much more than that. So that desert tile is going to be a big thing now. So Buzz is going to go back into 2. Well, he's gonna find 3 first and just go through 3 now.
Because why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as far as items go, hammer. But what is the hammer really going to lead to? A heart container at this point.
Yeah.
It does have the possibility, I think, of being a magic container, but point is nothing useful. All the items and all the spells and all the spell items have been found. Just fast track yourself right in every dungeon now, every palace.
It's gonna be interesting to see here what Buzz does if he finds the item room.
Or what Pierpont does when he doesn't find the glove in Maze Island.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very close race right now.
Quick rebo. There's the first of the items for Pierpont. It is his second magic container.
And we're gonna fight Rebonak old school here. Looks like.
Yeah, Buzz messes up that little bit of pinning Rebo in the corner. A little bit.
No trouble for him though.
No.
500 experience. Very generous rebo.
Buzz is on the Western continent, and he does have the medicine, the Water of Life, so he probably will cash that in, because it's the only spell he doesn't have, so therefore he knows it's fairy. So that's not having that's not going to slow him down, because he knows and has the means to get it as soon as he wants it.
Yep.
Fairy was in Mito. And look where Buzz is.
He's in Mito.
Yep, and Flute was acquired.
So yeah, I think Pierpont has found both items, right?
Yes. So now it's a question of now he hasn't found the glove. What is he gonna do? I'm gonna dip into 4 looking for the glove. Certainly not a bad play.
No.
It could, there's many places it could be.
Yeah, and at least my head is starting spinning with all these decisions that can go really bad or good. I mean,
well, we have the luxury of knowing where it is. If you're the runner, your choices are 4 and 5 at this point. Did he ever get to the item in 5?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean Pierpont also
and Death
has
Mountain.
the option of the desert tile.
4, 5. He has the option for the desert tile, like you said, and Heart Container Cave he never found, and Spectacle Rock and Hammer Cave.
Yeah, I mean, going into Palace 4, he has the added chance of just finding Rebonak and leave it. So I mean, it's not a time loss per se. But here's the item room. So and it's the first heart container. So I mean, in 4 you usually just run the item on the way while looking at the boss. Looking for the boss.
You said it was a heart container? I'm sorry, I was typing out the thing to follow the runners.
Yeah, it was a heart container.
Okay. So there goes one of his options.
Buzz is using Thunder here again.
Yeah, he needed a little bit of experience points. He finds the dead end, though. So he's going to up A. 6-3-4 with 4 gems left to place. He might just eat this experience, or just take this this amount of experience with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in a spot where he can eat a crystal or 2.
Thanks, John. The bot seems to be down. There you go. Thank you. Where are we right now? If we're Pierpont, we in 6? No, we're in. Okay, I'm sorry. We're in 4.
Pierpont is in 4.
Still. Yeah, that room confused me for some reason because I was typing and then looked up. Okay. I was gonna say we don't need to go there, but he recognizes it. I do that too. I jump up there first and then jump back. It's probably eating up a lot of frames.
I think he actually found all the dead ends.
Okay.
No, at least the right ones. The ones to the right. So I guess his only option right now is to in the jump room.
Buzz finds the item room in 2. We know this is a candle bag. Gets 700 points worth of experience in that room and just says, screw it.
Yeah.
So Buzz has to go through the block room because Pierpont's done the exploring for us already. And I believe that was the second floor. This floor right here. Bedding, linens, and Helmet Head. Or just the path to Helmet Head.
Yep.
In the back of his mind, he's hoping he gets the 600 or 700 experience, whatever it was required, so he can take attack 7 as well.
Yeah, but then again, at this spot that he's in, it's not the end of the world if he has to eat a crystal.
Yeah,
so.
three gems left after this. I mean, plenty of time to get yourself to attack 8 and a lot of magic and life as well, or just attack 7, a lot of magic and life. And here is Carrick. Buzz will refill. Carrick's being a little bit of a jerk. Not spawning in front of the beams.
He always is a jerk.
There you go. Here we go, and Pierpont evens it up now.
Yep.
Oops, a little premature.
And here we have Helmet Head for Buzz.
Now again, the interesting part of this race right now is where does Pierpont go? What does he decide to do?
Yeah, that's main factor here, I guess, for if this is going to be a close race or not. Because if he does find the glove now, they are pretty close. I mean, Palace 3 was very fast for Buzz, so I am assuming that it's going to be very fast for Pierpont as well.
And Buzz also has the luxury of knowing that you don't need to touch Death Mountain.
Yeah.
It's still a possibility for Pierpont.
I don't think that Pierpont is in the area with correct desert tile.
Desert, no. Or yes, he is. Isn't it like? I guess I don't know. It's by the Valley of Death, wherever that is. Let's see if we see it on Buzz's screen. Pierpont up A's in 5, and he's going to go back in.
Oh.
I'm looking at Buzz's screen. I'm waiting for because I'm pretty sure the Valley of Death was over there somewhere. Why would Buzz be going through a cave? Oh, because he hasn't found 6 yet. 6 is in that valley by Lake Pierpont.
Can't remember which cave it was that led him there, though.
No, me either. I just saw Pierpont be there, and I never saw him get there.
Yeah, Pierpont has Pierpont has pretty much explored all of Palace 5, so he should know the correct route now.
Yeah. Pierpont was the first to explore that lake, so to find that lake, so I figured it was fitting to it's a big, huge open water in that area that Buzz is in right now at Palace 6. So it deserved the name.
Parappa the Rapper tournament, really? Really?
Don't get Dig started, please. Dig stirred in the morning? We don't need that. So Pierpont is...
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah,
okay.
Dig shaken, not stirred. Alright, well I thought maybe we got an early item. I thought maybe we were going to get the early Rebo fight that leads to Rooms Beyond.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a hard container. Statistically, it should be a hard container.
Statistically, I think it only has a 1 in 4 chance, 1 in 5 chance of being a magic container. Everything else... Oh, no, Hammer's involved too. So 1 in 6 chance of being a... 2 in 6 chance... 1 in 3 chance, Martin. How about that?
Oh, it's the magic container.
I went the long way of saying you're probably wrong, but
yeah,
you're probably wrong. Buzz has them all. Man, he wanted a heart container there, if nothing else, at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. $50.5 blue knuckles. Not worth it.
Nope. Let's see if he can find Barba.
So you're going to play the seed afterwards to find out if Hammer is in Hammer Cave so you can go nuts on Dig Shake some more?
No, I am not.
All right.
I'm gonna mentally prepare for my race later tonight.
Oh, you have an all keys race tonight? Good luck on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Because Vonky said he wanted to fight you in Randomizer before that.
He will not get the... I need to protect my brain from Zelda 2 overload.
Hammer has the chance to be in Hammer Cave 3, 5, or 3 or 5 at this point. Buzz has all the spells. And Pierpont is missing... I think he got fire. I just didn't mark it because it's not a thing we mark on the tracker. Pierpont's missing jump because he never got the kid in Heart Container Cave, and he's missing shield. No, he's got to have shield. He found old Kusuto. Let me mark that. He found that as soon as he went over to the other side. JBT for life is also calling you out. By the way, follow him on Twitter. It's at JBT for life.
Yeah, I know I owe you a race, JBT. It will happen. At some point.
Buzz is going to suicide here. You right? You windy? Windy in Melmac tonight?
Is it windy in Melmac?
Yeah.
What?
Don't worry about it. Buzz suicide's there, so he has the magic to cast Fairy. Fairy must cost a bundle. Because he had, I think, more than 3 heart containers. Still no item. Still no Guma, huh?
Oh, I have a incoming call. I'll be right back.
Okay, you got it. I don't think we found the item in... Buzz takes a costly game over there in 6. He's got to go back the way he came. Pierpont takes a death. Game overs can be blessings in disguise. Forces you maybe to go a different way. But here we have the item room in 5.
Sorry about that.
Is everything alright?
Yes.
Alright, good. That's all we care about. Heart container.
He is probably very, very unhappy with that.
Well, let me ask you, let me propose this scenario for you. Pierpont is not finding the glove, but it's forcing him to pick up heart containers. BuzzThunder has everything you need, and he's passing heart containers. There's a possibility in Great Palace that Buzz, even with a higher level life and the life spell, but at 4 heart containers, can take some unnecessary, not unnecessary, but unfortunate game overs, and Pierpont can make up a lot of time at that point in time. Because we've already seen a game over from Buzz in 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible. Great Palace can be very trolly.
Mm.
So, we have Guma here for Pierpont. Attack 5 Guma with extra life. That's always fun.
Buzz is always on cue with that fairy. I don't know if he's been right in that room yet. Well, it doesn't matter, because it's...
It's a loop to itself.
I didn't see the first fall. That's why he didn't queue up fairy. He just left it on Thunder.
Now, I know he's been through this room before, so...
Pierpont has to be careful here. His last life.
Yep. And, yeah, he's definitely been here before.
Yeah. And this is... Somewhere over here to the right is where he gamed over. Had a game over. That maze shot seemed unfair. for Pierpont.
Yeah.
That was a mile away from him, and he took damage. Look at this. 4 heart containers. You can't get through a room like that without suffering, 7/8 worth of damage on your life bar. How might fare a blue chicken in between in the waffle room, the honeycomb room of Great Palace?
Yeah. Then again, they will be at way higher life level by then. But yeah, your point is valid.
And Pierpont takes Guma down, so he'll even it up. 3 gems apiece. He has the required amount of experience. He can just place it and move on.
And it looks like Palace 6 is giving Buzz a bit of a headache here.
In its worst of configurations, it is pretty bad. 5 didn't seem like a picnic either, but that might just have been because we were looking for the item first. He found Guma very shortly after.
I mean, he had pretty much explored all of Palace 5, so he should be able to figure out fairly easy where Guma was.
Buzz has to drop here, and it's probably going to be the fairy. Nope. This is the regular one with just a pea bag or extra key in these seeds. And here is where he probably has to go, because we feel like he's explored the rest of Palace 6.
Yep.
Man. It's a second game over for Buzz in Palace 6.
He's not giving up, though.
Well, now he knows he doesn't have to go right in that area, so he can avoid the room with the 2 blue iron knuckles. I think the room with 2 blue iron knuckles and Moa is past that room.
Yeah.
So knowing you just have to drop a couple more, and then you're going to take a lot of rooms out where you've died and you've had chip damage in the past, but at the at the trade-off of taking the game over, the knowledge has that trade-off.
Yep. I still feel it's fairly even between the runners right now.
Pierpont has to get that glove, and he's got to get it soon, though.
Still missing the glove. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here.
What is he possibly looking for here? He might be looking for the desert tile.
I think he's in the western continent now.
Oh, he's in the western continent? I'm sorry. That is, okay. Okay. Oh, you found Heart Container Cave and got the cave. Okay.
Yeah. So, he rules out Heart Container Cave as well. So, not many options left here for him.
For him, it's only Death Mountain and the desert tile. And Palace, well, not even, because Palace 3 and 6, you can't have the glove.
Exactly.
And those are the only 2 Palace items he has not found. He's found all the other 4.
So yeah, he's diving into the 3 now, I think.
3 without the glove. So I wonder if he...
Or is this 2? No, it's
3.
It's 3.
It's 3 without the glove, though. So I wonder if he knows the rule of the glove can never be in 3, or if he just wants to see Rebo and fight Rebo and then feel a little bit better, making a little bit of progress. This is kind of what you did yesterday, going into 3 and 6 without the glove. And as you told me before the race, it was when you watched it back, it was something you felt like you shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a big gamble, but I mean, if it's a gamble that pays off, it can be game changing. So for the race. So yeah, I took a couple of big gambles that didn't pay off.
I didn't notice if Buzz needed the glove to get the Rebo, and then there's my answer. He didn't.
He did not.
So Pierpont is actually going to take a gem lead here.
Yep.
And unlike Buzz, he gets Rebo to cooperate for a little bit. He could have just stood straight up and hammered down again. Buzz, as I say that, Buzz does do it.
So, and he should be very close to Barba now.
Yeah, probably next room. Did Pierpont did not place that gem, correct?
Oh, and it does go back in to look for the item, I guess.
Did he place the gem though?
He did not.
Okay.
Don't think so, at least. I think he had the 6 attack before. So yeah, that must mean that he does not know the rules for the glove.
Yeah, because as far as he knows, I mean, listen, it could be the hammer, and the hammer could have the glove. Actually, can that be possible? I don't know if that could be possible.
No, I don't think.
Hammer in 3 blocking the glove.
No,
I think no.
That sounds like the very sanity check you want to avoid by saying the glove cannot be in 3 or 6.
I need confirmation on that if Mr. Pretzel is still in chat.
So he has 6 down for Buzz, and he...
Oh, he soft locked on Rebo because he killed him a little bit off screen, so the key never dropped. So that's why he's fighting him again. I kind of was curious about that, and I looked at chat and for confirmation, and now he can do it. So that's why. But he got his levels back up to where he wants them, and he placed the gem. That's interesting. So, not possible. Thanks, Jay Coper. Yeah.
See, you can trust me.
Who, you?
Me, yes. I am your friend from Melmac. Ha!
Ha! I like how Vanki starts stuff up and he leaves.
Yeah.
So Buzz is dipping into encounters here still.
I think it's just heading for the raft spot.
Yeah. Alright, Pierpont is now done with the left side. He knows the item in 2. He knows he can't get any further in 2. His options are Death Mountain without the hammer, so he can only get to Hammer Cave. Which again could be the hammer, and in his possibilities, the glove could be there, or the glove could be in Spectacle Rock thereafter, if the glove's not in Hammer Cave, or he has to find a desert tile. So,
yeah, it looks like he's going for the desert tile option.
Mm-hmm.
Under normal circumstances, that should be the less time-consuming endeavor of the 2.
As Kulain pointed out, I believe, Buzz will probably naturally run into the heart container on the way to find Carrick in Palace 4. Yep. So he should have at least one. Glove is in the desert tile. There's Max being Max in the Max spot.
Yeah, so this is not random at all. What the hell? Then again, it would be kind of cruel to Max to deprive him of his spot.
And Pierpont is in 6.
And we have Buzz going for 4 here.
Yep. And at least Pierpont's going to find the item straight away. He's going to miss. He's going to lose minimal time. See if he then just decides to up A after this. Hopefully.
That must. I mean, if he up A's and leaves, that must mean that he doesn't know about the glove rules then.
No, he's going to try to find Barba, and this could be very costly on his race, with the time invested to come across a potential glove block later in a dungeon. Yeah. I'm not sure if the glove was required, but there are certainly...
I don't think that it was, actually,
no?
but...
Okay. Which will be great for him, then.
Yeah.
But he's got to go the right path, and if he takes the same paths that Buzz has taken, he might run it shorter. He might run this palace shorter than the time Buzz took, because he'll be blocked by the glove and have to turn around and go the other way quicker, where Buzz went through. But he's got to find the tricky path to Barba in this seed.
But yeah, that's a very good point, actually. The not having the glove here in this particular seed might actually work in his favor.
So we know dropping there does you no good.
Yeah, it just takes you back to the exact same room.
Yes. So now, this is not the Rebo fight, this is the one you pass through.
Yeah, and I know that, if I remember correctly, this was a loop, because...
Dark Magician also has even a better point. Buzz game over twice here, and Pierpont is trying to run this with 2 heart containers. So no glove block, and Pierpont will probably breeze through this in much shorter time than Buzz took. He's just got to get to...
But yeah, still, Buzz is going to be a crystal ahead now after this.
Yeah. Crystal ahead with the glove. And probably more importantly, the knowledge he doesn't have to touch Death Mountain. And that's still a possibility for Pierpont.
Yeah. And he also doesn't have to touch the item in 5. I think, yeah, Buzz should know where 5 is. It was 6 that was weirdly placed.
And Pierpont's going through. Still on that wrong path, right? Still on that, well, this was the 2 Nut Knuckle Moa room, right? No, it was not.
So he is still in rooms that he has not visited before, but...
Well, he looped back right to the jump room, so he's going to jump down and find out he's going to come right back out. And he's going to jump down again. Could be like Palace 5 and Zelda 1. You might have to go down 4 times before. But it's not. I wonder if that could be a thing. Write that down to talk to Dick Shake about.
Yeah, random drop locations.
Right, with an NPC
every
telling
time.
you how to do it, you know. Drop 11 times will lead to the glove. So you know you have to drop 11 times and, you know, maybe 4 has a loop.
Oh, I am sorry.
You okay?
Yeah,
I'm actually a little bit concerned. So Pierpont's now going to drop down one more time. And hopefully he has Fairy queued up and is able to pause in time. Yep, you got it. Highly doubt anybody misses that.
I think I did.
Anybody not named Morton doesn't miss that.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you miss it once and you never miss it again. Even if you don't have it queued, you know you can hit pause fast enough. And this is the Rebo fight before Barba.
Yep.
I like someone's suggestion. I wish I can give them the answer. Maybe it was Jake Hoper. That you have to fulfill the requirement to get the error's second message to get to the hint.
So
I love the possibility of NPC hints. I really do.
Basically, what it feels like everyone just want to take this fairly trolly game and just make it troll the hell out of
you're the kind of guy that...
who...
Well, I mean, listen, you're the kind of guy, if the trophy is in the grass tile right in front of the start, it's a trolly game to you.
Well, I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
Play the seed we played 2 nights ago that you know speed in an hour and 40 minutes to win. And then tell me that a grass tile right outside North Palace with a trophy is trolly.
Fair enough, I might do that.
God, I love that seed. I think I watched everyone play it so far. I had such a good time with that. And there is 6 down. He had a good Barba fight, too. Got in a lot of double hits.
Yep.
Again, much faster than BuzzThunder did. He's doing the dig shake. Just slash that wall until your meter fills up. This is the new thing. I see a lot of people do it now.
Sharpening the attack.
Yeah. Of course, Dig Shake had a few beers in him when he did it, so he did it for about 5 minutes longer than Pierpont did.
Here's Guma again. But yeah, Buzz is up to life 7 now, so...
Bonky only does friendly flags. Anytime he tries to do anything that's its worst, it winds up being better than tournament flags now. Buzz employs the figure 8 strategy here. Jump in, bounce off, jump back. It's a little...
Yeah. So yeah, Buzz decides that he's not gonna grab attack 8 at least.
We're in 2 with Pierpont. Did I didn't miss him grabbing the glove, did I? Or is he just going to try to get there again?
I did not see him pick up the glove.
Okay, this is the only gem he needs to place. Maybe he's just going to go and hope glove is not required at this point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we will be seeing Buzz head for Valley of Death here.
And please correct me if I'm wrong. If Pierpont should know it's glove blocked because he got the item and he's exhausted every avenue except for that second floor and the glove block room.
Yeah, he definitely knows it's glove blocked, or at least he has the exact same information that Buzz had.
Well, so. Buzz didn't have that information when he went into 2. Buzz went into 2 with the glove. Pierpont was the one that where we knew, like, this floor right here, go to the left, first room is the glove block room. We'll see it right now. And then when you went down into the right, that was the key block. Well, not the key dead end. And Buzz is in the Valley of Death. 4 heart container. Oh, he's got this 5th heart container. He did pick up that 1 in 4.
Yeah, he did. It was right on the path to...
Good observation on that one.
Let's see if we get to see some fairy feet here. We indeed do. A failed one.
It probably wouldn't matter, but he only has 5 heart containers, so if he Bo Jacksons his way through the encounter and just takes all the damage to the end, he might be better off trying the fairy feet there.
No, it's still gonna, I mean, with it, it's gonna be a time sale.
Buzz has upstab.
So Pierpont is heading into Death Mountain here.
He is heading to Death Mountain. Alright, BuzzThunder is in Grey Palace, and again, Thunderbird is required, and yeah, well, there goes half of what I was going to say. Darklink has to be after Thunderbird, so if you notice when Buzz went down the first elevator, there was a path to the left. Darklink will never be that way. But what should always be said is that if Buzz takes drop rooms after Thunderbird, he can drop into any of the rooms on that left path before Thunderbird, and might be in some sort of confusing loop, not knowing where he is relative to the dungeon layout.
Really smooth Thunderbird for.
And again, that left path could go on forever. It could eat up all the rooms in Grey Palace. Probably doesn't, but it could have. So that there is a possibility Darklink is in the next room, but...
We've seen it before.
Yeah, we have. That would equal the world record of shortest Grey Palace. But we have a...
Troll room.
Yeah. I think BuzzThunder calls this the fun room. Elevator down here, see what happens.
And yeah, Life 7 looks pretty effective. So I don't think he's gonna regret not picking up more heart containers.
It's gonna go through the theater room. There is that room, a path left there in that fairy room above him. And this is standard tournament flag, so it is a shortened Great Palace as we get to the Enchantress of Numbers room. Short and Great Palace, Thunderbird required, all that. Mix small and large enemies is not on in tournament flags, so he won't experience the chicken and waffle rooms or any other sort of big hazards.
So drop here is the only option.
No, there's a left in fairy room. This drop here can put him back before Thunderbird. We don't know that, but we'll take it and try to find out. If he goes right here, he might go to that first path by start, but it's another drop. There was also the left. After he dropped, there was also a left you could take. And there's how fast 5 heart containers can go once a chicken decides to jump on top of you.
That guy was brutal.
I like to jump in this room now. I like to jump and jump through the false floor and maybe take a sword in the back, other than, you know, not worry about the Fokker coming down on top of me.
Yeah, I even use times.
And here's another jerk that could, if he jumps right away, could block your path, but one hit kill. Go down the elevator here. 2 paths left unexplored, both of them lefts, and both of them he has to up A to get to now, unless he loops around.
Honeycomb room.
Mm-hmm.
With a spicy chicken guarding the middle.
That is an upstab required room if you're going from right to left. Spicy chicken in the middle, I think, is easier than Fokker in the middle.
Yeah, for sure.
If you have the magic, you can cast Thunder, damage him, but you also, like, the flames also disappear, so it gives yourself a little bit of room. Okay, we're going to go right here. Go down. The room, if he went in the room a couple rooms ago, where he,
yeah,
that room where he broke all those blocks on the way down. If you're going right to left, upstab is required because of the movement or momentum mechanic in the game, and you can't break blocks above you.
That room that we passed a couple of rooms ago. Thank you for that explanation.
Well, I also explained a couple of rooms ago the one where you broke all the blocks going down.
Yeah.
This is a fairy room. Ferry across, but there is also that jar chicken chance in that block right there.
Pierpont is continuing his spelunking.
It was the room where the Fokker, if he jumps right at you, it's like almost guaranteed damage. Here's the Jackamus room. But Buzz killed him in one hit, and then he hopped up the steps, and then downstabbed.
It's gonna go. Oh, okay.
You can break the blocks in that room without upstab. In the room you're talking about, Dark Magician. Here's another fall room. Oh, I'm sorry if that's not the room. The delay made it seem like it was that room. Was he talking about the one with the false floor that you drop down, that Dark Magician's talking about? Then upstab's not required for that one. No. And like you said, jump and fairy, of course. Another theater room.
Still no hammer cave for Pierpont.
At this point, an hour, 26 minutes in, you're just really hoping there's a big loop, Buzz.
Yeah,
so
that's a huge loop.
Yeah, so this is the left not taken before, just after Thunderbird.
So this has to be faster to just up A here, right?
Faster up A? Yes, because he dropped down, and there was no other. Well, no, he's got to drop left here. He can go down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Did not realize. I was sort of thinking about another room.
And this is
this room. This was the room I was actually thinking about. So.
But I don't think he never moved. He never scrolled right into this room. So when he goes left here, it's going to be a new area.
Yeah.
So he's looking for an elevator down, and he gets an elevator up. That's the same. And this was the elevator down room I had in mind when I said it. He can go right here, and at this point in time, he hopes Darklink is to the right. There is, when he falls down the Enchantress of Numbers room, there was a left he could have taken, and that is a left he has to take now.
Yeah.
So he has to, well, no, because there's still the left. I'm sorry, go down this elevator, you can still go left. So that is another path. But it's only those two options as of right now.
This is where it can start to get messy in people's head unless they are writing the map on paper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
I would definitely be a bit confused right now.
Well, he can, and for Buzz, it can get messy too, because he can go a few rooms here to the left, and he'll be able to, he's going to drop down now. And again, there was that left before Thunderbird. We could be on that path left before Thunderbird.
That is very true.
Probably not, though, because I like to see those rooms, and then this is the reason why I like to see those rooms, because Darklink to the right, so.
See if he uses the only viable strat, which is, of course, fire strats.
But I don't think Buzz doesn't do any swag.
Okay. It's too bad.
Couple shots here. Looks like a very bad Death Mountain on top of everything. So
yeah,
there you go, BuzzThunder, your winner. Wait for the GGs.
Yeah, the deciding factor was definitely the glove.
Glove was in the desert tile, by Palace 5, by the Valley of Death. I think a little bit north of the Valley of Death entrance.
Yeah, just south of the River Devil.
And there are the GGs. I'll wait for a little bit more before I paste the time, because I know that Twitch likes to Twitch mobile likes to be a little bit delayed because of the ads. So the chat, you see the chat first before the video. So I am now conscious of that. And there's our second GG. So I'll go ahead and paste the time.
There, I think Pierpont saw the top done.
Yes, he did. He congratulated Buzz in chat. See if Pierpont presses on here, though.
He forfeited, so.
Oh, did he? Okay. It's a bad situation not knowing where the glove is and spending all that time in Death Mountain. It possibly is a one of the few places, emergency as well, where I don't mind people forfeiting at that time. But
so, are the runner joining us?
Buzz is probably going to join us. I don't know if he's going to do his
victory dance.
Yeah, his victory dance, his yub nub video of any kind. Pierpont has left the chat and left Twitch though, so I don't think he's going to be joining us unless he's going to pop on.
Good morning.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank you very
man.
much.
Good game.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm shaking a little bit here.
I have to turn
that was intense.
Volume off. There you go. You're shaking a little bit, but what did you run us through it? What were you thinking at different points during the race, and where do you think it went right for you, and where do you think it possibly could have gone wrong if you felt like you were behind?
Well, obviously, it was just a really slow start in the beginning. Yeah, a ton of overworld exploration before I could actually get into anywhere because of being key blocked of any dungeon I looked into.
You have bad memories?
Key blocked. Yeah, exactly. I was like, this shit's gonna happen to me again. I mean, this is gonna happen to me again. And the glove was such an easy find. It was just kind of right there. So
tell that to Pierpont.
Well, I mean, it was an easy find for where it was in the location, but that was the last spot that I checked in all the Eastern Continent, which was a really cool Eastern Continent, honestly, with the 3 different sections being blocked off. I just got kind of lucky taking the right cave and showing up in the right spots, so I knew exactly where everything was because I spent half the time walking around the overworld in that one.
Any point in time during the race that maybe you thought what am I doing? You know, the typical BuzzThunder outwardly emoting verbally. Like, what am I doing? Like, I feel like I'm wasting my time right now. And
Well, yeah, I mean, for the beginning part of it mostly. But then obviously the troubles that I had in 6 was just like, ugh, that was really bad. That cost me like an extra 10 minutes fumbling around in there and taking all these bad deaths. And every time I tried to grab an extra item, I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a heart container here, but the game just did not want to give them up.
no,
Yeah, you were also fairly early struggling with not finding the skeleton key or the fairy. Was that a frustrating factor at some point?
Oh yeah, definitely being key blocked. But I knew where the ferry was. But since I had been blocked out of so many dungeons, and I was right there by Mido coming out of beating Palace 3, I was like, I should just grab it because in case I'll be ferry blocked, I don't want that to happen later on in the game. And actually, Dark Link was ferry blocked. So
that is actually factually correct. He was. You had to go through that. Well, yeah, I guess you did have to go through that fairy room to get there because you had to take a drop thereafter.
see, there was one left turn that I didn't explore, but I think I found every drop room. Unless there was one drop room that would have popped me in front of that, but I'm not sure.
I can't. I didn't mark where the fairy room was on my map, but I can't say for sure if you took the loop around from the fairy room that you could have possibly made it that way. Because you know how you loop back around to the fairy room later in the dungeon.
Yeah.
If you just went left through the fairy room, I think you could have just went left one room, up the elevator to the right, and then dropped down. And could have avoided the fairy room. Because I think you took the fairy room before that loop. So I don't think...
I didn't mark where I ran.
But it was
that-
required for
that
6.
loop. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
in
it
any
was for
event.
6.
Yeah. All right, question for you here. What was on your mind when you got to the Eastern Continent for like the second or the third time, and you had a decision to make? Do I go down or do I cash in the kid? Did you go cash in the kid first because, hey, this could be fairy because you didn't know at the time?
Yeah, pretty much because that was when I didn't have any keys then too. So I was like, yeah, if it's fairy, then I'll be able to do a little, dungeon crawling, which would have been rough anyways because the fairy spell was really expensive at that time. But yeah, that was definitely. I was trying to get around those key blocks so that I could finally place some gems and stuff like that. But yeah, it just took a really long time for me to even get started doing that.
That desert tile was in a weird spot that had the glove. Did you have to awkwardly scroll the map to see it, or was it just in plain sight when you saw the entrance to the Valley of Death?
Yeah, it was kind of right there. And I had already searched the entire top portion and south portion, so that's kind of what I was going for because I was like, okay, I was like 6 has to be. I thought it was going to be 6, the desert tile and the water tile in that same spot, but apparently 6 had its own exclusive section. But yeah, I knew that they were going to both be there. Why did Pierpont walk by it?
Pierpont never got the glove. No.
Oh wow.
He was in Death Mountain when you finished. Yeah. Sorry, Martin. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say he opted to go for Death Mountain instead of finding the desert tile, and the Death Mountain was where you were when you finished. So.
Okay. Did he even get to that section?
Yeah.
No,
I think he was.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the yeah, he definitely was in the Palace 6 section, but that wasn't the section with the desert tile now, was it?
No, but the desert
No.
tile was in the section with 5 and the water tile, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or did we see the
Yeah.
overworld wrong?
5 was separated.
5 was
from that.
separated? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then maybe he never actually found it.
Yeah, because they were both right next to me. That was kind of a nice little fruitful area because I could get all the things in New Kasuto, and then the water tile was right there, and then the desert tile was right there too. So that was just kind of like went from 0 to 100 with like items.
Yeah, and it's funny because Pierpont went there first, and he was like full steam ahead at that point because he got, like you said, the magic key out of Kasuto, the medicine out of the water tile, the fairy from the medicine, cashed in the medicine to get the fairy spell. But then then when you were there, you took it one step further and got the desert tile. Like, uh-oh. Like, Pierpont stopped there. Unfortunately, didn't see the desert tile, and then...
So
Yeah,
Link,
that's bad luck if he overlooked that, because that would have put him ahead for sure.
Link Sevens is pointing out that Pierpont did walk by that desert tile, but didn't check it.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I thought he was over there as well, because didn't he go up to the River Devil to see that... Because he didn't have the flute at the time, but
Yeah.
take the road up and see it. But, yeah, I mean, listen... You had a nice overworld. I liked, like you said, I liked how the East laid out, but the West, everything was like right there at the start.
Yeah, that was another thing where I took a little extra time there, because I didn't even go into a dungeon until over 20 minutes in, I think, because it was kind of set up the same way. Where let me look at my notes here. The heart container cave and the trophy cave, both of those you had to take an exclusive cave to get to them. So kind of both continents really did have 3 little separate sections that are only accessible like a certain way.
Yeah, Jump Cave and PTR Cave
but,
led to different areas where you got at least one thing in each of the area.
Yeah, I don't remember what I got in each of those, but I don't think it was
Trophy
very
Cave.
helpful.
Trophy Cave trophy through Parappa the Rapper Cave, which gave you Thunder, and then
so that was.
I'm sorry,
good one.
it gave you Reflect, and then the other one was Heart Container Cave that gave you the Kid, and the Kid was used for jump, but you didn't have Fairy at the time, so the jump spell gave you Downstab. So they were both helpful.
Yeah, I couldn't get any really great spells for a while. I mean, having Thunder so cheap, that was pretty cool. I was able to use that a whole bunch, but yeah, short on life and short on keys.
Were you scared at the end when you only had 4 heart containers going into 4?
I wasn't scared. After 6, I was just kind of like, I think that calmed my nerves a little bit, because I was like, oh, god damn it, I just need to settle down. It's like that was just so slow that I don't know.
You
It
did
put me
die.
in a better mindset, I guess.
You did die in game over twice in 6, wamboozled, but you did have to explore a lot of the area first on that health, and then once it like streamlined itself, you were fine thereafter with 4 heart containers, because you had to go in way less rooms than that.
Yeah, at that point I knew exactly where I had to go, but that was the problem with Fairy being 82, because I didn't even want. There was 2 times where I didn't even want to fall without full magic, so that's kind of what led to the game overs. Because that first time when I was on the right track, I was like, okay, Barbara's got to be like the next room or the next 2 rooms, and at that point I had like no magic and no health, and then Super Stalfos just jumped on my head.
Do you have any questions for Martin?
Do I have any questions
No.
for you guys?
I stuttered a little bit, but do you have any questions, Martin?
Are you familiar with the Malmakian mating sound?
What the hell are you asking?
Making a mating sound?
No, the planet that Alf is from, Malmakian.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Alf is with us. He has a question for you.
Ever have a talking doll rip out your voice box?
He asked if you ever have a talking doll rip out your voice box.
Oh, no, I haven't. I can't hear Alf.
I know.
So no, I have no Zelda 2 related questions at this point.
Oh, it was
Other than to say, great game.
Great game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always happy with sub 90, and that seems to be happening to me a lot. Like that was the same one I did like a practice run yesterday. It was kind of like, man, I've been so slow. I almost had to do 100%, but somehow I can just squeak in there at like 129.
Good news for you. You can take out your Parappa the Rapper frustrations one-on-one finally with Dig Shake. Do you want a UFC press conference this right now and throw a little bit of shade at him?
Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, the thing about Dig Shake is, he made this game, so he thinks he's better than everybody else. He also likes to take games that people really like and then just like steal it and play them and do the whole thing. So I'm gunning for him. I mean, this is a really personal race coming up here. We do not like each other.
Any early odds in Vegas dictate that your username, your character select name is going to be Dig Shame?
That's a possibility. I have a few that I haven't used yet, but I did run with that name for at least like 3 days.
Yeah, that's 5-2 right now. 7-1 is Dig Suck, and 20-1 is Dig S word. But we don't know.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that one might be a little slightly too vulgar, but yeah, I'll have. All right, who knows? Or I might just run as Parappa.
Listen.
Never know.
Wear the hat. So.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you.
Ah!
What do you think I'm wearing now, man?
I don't know. What are you wearing? No, Martin, what are you wearing right now? Did you know in RimWorld, I named one of my colonists Dig Shake, and he sculpted a wooden statue of Martin nude?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
That was pretty funny when I read that out loud. I didn't know what I was reading at the time, and then your name popped up at the end of it, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. Dig Shake likes to sculpt nude statues of Martin out of wood. I never knew that.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome if they do that in that game.
It made me play the game at least 15 minutes longer than I wanted to today.
But yeah, to answer
Very
your
nice.
question, I'm wearing nothing but high heels.
Nothing. All right, guys, we're done after that. Buzz, good job. Good luck with Dig Shake, and we'll see you next.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And
Have
Martin,
a good one, guys.
you too. Martin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you
joining
very
me
much
today?
for having me.
I hope safe travels back to Belmac.
Thank you, sir.
And good luck with your race with Vonky coming up, right? It's a friendly race, Vonky flags. You're going to do it in like 15 minutes, I heard.
You are misinformed.
I am misinformed, but good luck tonight on your 100% all keys run. In all seriousness, I will be lurking in the background and rooting you on. Well, no, maybe I'm not rooting you on. Who you racing against?
I am racing Scorpion Max.
I'm probably rooting for Scorpion Max, but good luck to you anyway.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And thanks everyone for being here. And this next race is, I probably should plug the next race. There are no next races, but we do have, Era is going to take on Double A at some point. Unos and Jackamus are going to, those are the last two, the final four of the winner's bracket, yet to be determined. BuzzThunder versus Dig Shake, like we said, and Enchantress of Numbers versus Vonky. And the winner is going to play, I got the Swedish pronunciation of this wrong, and Vonky yelled at me yesterday. Is it Nirm or Nurm? I don't think Martin's there anymore, but it's going to be Nurm and the winner of Enchantress of Numbers and Vonky. And that race is in the final 8 of the bonus bracket, and then the Nurm race will be in the final 4 of the losers bracket, or bonus bracket. Sorry, I can't say that. But thanks for joining us, Max. Good luck tonight. And thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll be back soon with more races, so stay tuned. Take care. That's Sancho. That's Buzz's cat.